Hello everybody and welcome back to Benjamin Magnus Plays Aurora 4X. Now, a lot of time has passed since the last episode aired and this one was recorded. And in that time I've been messing around a lot in the game, doing a lot of reading. I got a lot of very helpful comments in the comment section about missile design and ship design, and I've come to a couple conclusions and a couple of redesigns. My missiles have been redesigned. I think I've gone through like 4 iterations of missiles. I got the size 1 anti-missile missiles down pretty pat, and I think I can look at them right in here. Let's see. Missiles right here. So, size 1 anti-missile missile right here. I got that design down pat pretty well, and then I went through a couple iterations of this one. The size, I settled with a size 6 anti-ship missile as a speed of 7,500 kilometers, which is a lot faster than my warship design. So I think that's going to be a good speed. And it has a warhead rating of 9, so it'll be able to penetrate, I think, 1, 2, 3 layers of armor and do damage to systems. I think so. I got a lot of tech done. I did a lot of designing of missile launchers. What else did I did? My magazines. I'm using smaller magazines now. They're size 8s instead of size like 50s or whatever I was using before. As someone did point out that one lucky hit could implode my entire ship if it, smacked the magazine. And I'm not doing a one size fits all kind of ship anymore. I don't think I can design a ship that would be very good at everything. So what I'm going to do is design a small battle fleet, and I've actually gone through and taken care of most of that off screen. Now, it's going to compose of 3 and sometimes a 4th ship. So the first ship, the Sword of Retribution, is going to be my destroyer leader and is going to be the largest ship in the fleet at nearly 13,000 tons. And this is basically just the eyes and ears of my fleet. It has a massive sensor array, absolutely ginormous, has a range of 340 million kilometers. This is the biggest sensor array I could build. I just went whole hog all out with both of these. These are both very large sensors arrays, so I can see things coming a long ways away. Even if I can't shoot at them, I can still see threats coming, and I can, make choices about what's going on. I also paid a lot of attention to things like maintenance life. So now my ships should be able to stay out in terms of spare parts and supplies for about 6 months. So the whole fleet's only designed to be out for 6 months before coming back and resupplying and repairing and everything like that. So the destroyer leader, another interesting thing about this is that it has a very high armor rating, and that's because it has all these sensor suites on it, which means it's going to be drawing a lot of fire. So I got to make sure that it can take some punishment and keep going, because if this ship is destroyed, none of the other ships in the fleet have sensors on them because these things are so freaking huge. They're thousands of tons. They're like each one of these is like 2,500 tons or something like that. They're very, very large apparatuses. So if this ship is destroyed, the other ships don't have, doesn't have sight, doesn't have sound, can't see what's going on. So this one has to stay alive. So that's why it has a very high armor rating. So it would have to take a very, very large missile or multiple strikes of small missiles on the exact same spot to penetrate down into the actual components of the ship. And it's also the slowest ship in my fleet at about 1,700 kilometers per second. And now we're going to go to the next ship, and that's going to be the Sepetris. This is the actual destroyer. This is kind of the meat and bones of my fleet. Now this guy, he has a displacement of 7,300 tons, goes almost twice the speed of the destroyer leader, about 3,100 kilometers per second. Again, it has a good maintenance life, set to be out there for about 6 months, and it has 4 size 6 missile launchers. So it fires volleys of 4 missiles. And then it has the fire control computer for those missiles. And then it has anti-ship missiles inside of it. This is the number right here. It carries 48 size 6 anti-ship missiles. It has 48 of them. So that's enough for, like a dozen rounds or something like that. I don't know. Something like a dozen rounds, yeah. This is important. CIWS stands for Close In Weapon System. This is basically a suite of like Gatling guns. Think of it like that. That is your like second to last line of defense short of armor for a ship. So when missiles get to within 1,000 kilometers, so point blank range of this ship, it has a 50% chance to destroy said missile with its close-in weapon system. And I believe I put 2 of those on. 1 times 2? Yeah, 2 of those. So it has those. And I actually forgot to point out that the Sword of Retribution, no, it only has 1. Sword of Retribution actually has 4 of those. It has no offensive weapons, but it has 4 sets of those close-in weapon Gatling gun things. And that's our destroyer leader, our destroyer escort, or our destroyer, and I think the Harbinger is our destroyer escort. Yes, this is even smaller and even faster. This is kind of an anti-missile boat. It again has the close-in weapon system, 1 of those for point-blank range. The same amount of armor as the destroyer, 4 layers. These destroyers are designed to stop my own missiles. My missiles penetrate through 3 layers of armor. So if one of my own missiles struck the destroyer or the destroyer escort, its armor would completely mitigate that. It would crater it down 3 levels, but there would still be 1 layer of armor in there before hitting any systems. So it would take, 2 direct hits at the exact same spot to go through my armor with one of my own missiles. And now what do we got here? Close-in weapon systems. We have 4 launchers for anti-missile missiles, and then we have the fire control for that. And then we have 268 size 1 anti-ship missiles, which have a speed of 12,000 kilometers per second and a range of 4.6 million kilometers. Now the destroyer escorts they will fire on any missiles within range, basically. The close-in weapon systems will only fire at missiles coming at the ship they're mounted on, which is why every single one of the ships that I design has at least 1 of those, except for the destroyer leader, which has a bunch of them on there. So those are my ships, and then there's 1 more ship that's going to be important, and that is the Guardian. The Guardian is a jump tender. Now, there are a couple, I'm not positive because I haven't tried this yet, and this is all pretty new to me, so I'm kind of working through this as I go. The jump tender, which technically is a military vessel because its jump drive has to jump military vessels, its only job is to jump other ships to other sectors. So one of these, if I read correctly, sorry, I had a little phone call there. So we were talking about my jump tender. So the way I understand it, and I might be understanding this incorrectly, but I might be doing it correctly as well, is I can station a jump tender at one side of a jump point and use it to transit ships back and forth through that jump point. It doesn't need to be on the other side for them to jump from that side to this side. I'm not 100% positive, and there's one other thing that I'm not positive about. Let's pull open the design here. Okay, 11,000 tons, kilometers per second. The max ship size is 21,000 tons, which means, and my cat is on my lap moving my microphone around. I'm pretty sure that means it can transit a squadron of 4 ships as long as every ship is below 21,000 tons. And this is the thing I'm not sure about, and I couldn't really find answers to it online. I don't know if the entire fleet has to be less than 21,000 tons or every ship individually has to be less than 21,000 tons. Pardon any extraneous noises. The cat loves to hang out over here when I'm recording. So we're going to test this out. What I'm going to do is put a fleet together of 4 ships. It's going to be a destroyer leader. I think what I'm going to do is a destroyer leader. And then what do I want? I got 3 extra ships. Would that be 2 destroyers and a destroyer escort, or 2 destroyer escorts and a destroyer? I'm thinking 2 destroyers and 1 destroyer escort is going to be the ticket. So we're going to build that fleet of 4 ships, and we're going to see if we can use the Guardian jump tender to jump my battle fleet alpha into the Ross 154 system and see what we're working with over there. Hopefully this will work. Now, like I said, a bunch of time has passed, so a lot of stuff has been constructed. We have new shipyards with new names. All these have been named after viewers, so if you see your name in there, huzzah for you. And they've also been increased in size. And I do have one Harbinger, 50% under construction right now. So what I need to do is okay, this one's actually retooling. The Black Fang shipyard is retooling to the Guardian class at the moment. And the retooling is taking a while. I kind of wish I had one more naval shipyard, but considering I do only need to make one Guardian, I could retool, construct it. Stellar fusion reactor tech. Okay, so we just actually researched better engine tech. So let's actually go back down to power and propulsion. I made more labs too. Tomahawk fusion reactor technology. We are going to put our best person with a ton of labs on that, because that'll give us better engines. Also, magnetoplasma drive will give us, I think that's actually no, that's the one I wanted. Well, we'll just leave it on that one for now. All right, so we got our battle fleet under construction. Shipyard modified. Okay, good. I hope I'm doing this correctly. Again, this is all pretty new to me, so I'm kind of just winging it. All right, so the Black Fang set to the Guardian, so we are going to construct. Oh, the Oberon is the other jump ship I had designed, so they're in the same ship class. But we're going to name this the Guardian. It's going to go to the shipyard task group for now. And we're going to add a task, and that should be on the shipyard. Okay, so the Guardian's on there. And I've kind of lost track of my own naming convention, so let's wait for that to finish. And then we'll check to make sure check to see which one the Harbinger was. No, not that one. No. I got all this stuff opened up. Task groups. Class design. Here we go. The Harbinger was the destroyer escort, and we were going to build one of those. Yes. Yes, I think that's correct. Wait. Did I mess this up? 31 days at full power. And I've built one, so I can't change it now. So this guy would only... Damn it. I thought I had all these set up correctly. Harbinger, Guardian. They all should be about 180. I thought they were all at 180 days. 31 days at full power. Yeah, there's that one. And then the Sword of Retribution, 100. I'm kicking myself now. I messed up that design. I must have forgot to add fuel capacity. All right, well, let's go to the Harbinger. Can we just select name? Is there a way to refresh tech, obsolete, composition, fleet assignments, view tech, roll design tech? No. Let's copy the design. And that's the problem right there. Is the Harbingers would run out of fuel. I must have not changed that. That's probably why they're so much faster. So we got to add that up to 6. And what is its maintenance? So I increase its maintenance life by adding engineering spaces for more spare parts, but then I forgot to add in more fuel. So it only had the fuel stay out. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Okay, yeah, that brings its speed down to about 4,000 too. Damn it. But if I'm lucky, I won't have to retool. We're just going to leave that as the Harbinger copy for now. Let's just rename it Harbinger 2. All right, definitely messed that up. But let's go to our shipyards and see what's going on here. So the Harbinger, new class. So apparently they do not, well, it might. Maybe we just have to refresh it. Let's check. I think we check in here and go to DAC/rank, pull open the Harbinger eligible additional classes. Okay. So if it's set to the Harbinger 2, you can build a Harbinger, but if it's set to the Harbinger 1, you cannot build a Harbinger 2. Damn. Damn. Okay. Oh, before I do anything, so I forgot to check another thing. Before we go any further with that, let's check out one more thing. What is its maintenance life in? Okay, so its maintenance life is slightly less than the rest of the fleet as well. So I'll add in one more engineering space, and that knocks it right up. Okay. All right, that's good. Okay, okay, there we go. That's more like it. I was sitting here for like an hour designing those ships, and then I didn't realize that I had worked that one up. So that ship is kind of useless to me. I can't build a Harbinger 2 here, so that means I'm going to have to retool this to the Harbinger 2. Hopefully that won't take too long. No, it's not going to be that bad. And this one's building the Guardian. I'm only going to need one Guardian. So when this is I think what I'm going to do is when this finishes construction, I'll set my... This one will have to be set to the Destroyer Leader because it's the only military shipyard, the only naval one, that has the capacity for a ship that large. And then what I think might be a better idea would be to shipyard modified for... Okay, the retooling was finished here. To maybe add another slipway there when I... Harbinger 2, yeah. So now I can build both, even though the Harbinger 1 is pretty useless in the face of the Harbinger 2. Although maybe I can... Can I refit the Harbinger to a Harbinger 2? I can. And we'll just call it the Harbinger. Okay, so the new class will be a Harbinger 2, and it'll refit it from this one. So we'll do that. It'll only cost 50%. Okay. So it'll cost 50% of the construction cost of building an entire new ship. And it should do it. Has completed her overhaul. I think it might do that automatically when it's in orbit over Earth. I think. I'm not sure. And yeah, I know, well, we're on auto turners right now, but it's actually starting to slow down, so I think it's starting to slow down because I found those Ross aliens and they're doing stuff, but that's not a big deal. Research completed into the Tomahawk fusion reactor tech. Not surprising. So let's drop down to power and propulsion again and get the magnetic confinement fusion reactor or the magnetoplasma drive is what we wanted to do. That's perfect. That is perfect. Ship scrapped. So now that new engine tech is available, I think these civies are fuel consumption down, ship refit. Okay, that's good. Okay, I think the civies are scrapping some of their old ships and building new ones. So now, let's go to our shipyard again. We have that Harbinger 2. Now before, what I'm thinking now is, do I want to build a second one just in case? Or do I want to immediately retool this guy over to the destroyers? And the destroyer, which class was the destroyer? Let's retool the class. I think I only want that one. And we're going to go to D, yeah, this one. Incepitris. Incepitris? I'm going to go with Incepitris. I like that name. So yeah, we're going to set that. Retool it over. Shouldn't take that long. Inactive labs. Oh, something finished. What do we want to add on here? I could... Maybe some more... let's upgrade our missile tech here. That'll give us access to more powerful weapons. Warheads. We can make a second class. Only has 16% of its maximum fuel. Is it using fuel? So I gave the Harbinger orders to refuel at Earth and then let a 5-day tick pass, and it didn't use any fuel up. So let's just check again. Well, maybe I have to refresh it. No? Let's try hitting refresh. Still has 100% fuel. So I'm wondering what its orders were that it was using up its fuel, because it's not doing anything. Ammo 0%. Why does it not have any ammo? Huh. So now I'm confuzzled. Combat settings, combat summary, ordnance management. Yeah, it has no missiles. Oh, you know what? I think when I went through and designed it, I didn't tell them to put missiles in. No, I did. That was still in there. That was copied over. Huh. So it used up all of its fuel and all of its missiles, doing precisely what? Well, we definitely need to tell Earth to start building some... Well, I don't think I have any ordnance factories, do I? No, I have 10 of them. So we go to missiles, size 1 anti-ship missiles. Let's tell it to build like 10,000 of them. I mean, they don't need a lot. So let's, how many does it make in a month? 29, that's it? It only makes 29 missiles per month. Wow. Okay, so now what I'm definitely going to do is go to installations and ordnance factories and have it add on like 90 of those. There we go, a little bit better. Ship construction, so the Guardian has been built. Now, the Guardian, again, is a... he should be in here, is a military ship. He doesn't have ammo, he doesn't have shields. He has fuel. Let's let a month pass. He didn't use his fuel, but the Harbinger used all his fuel and all of his munitions doing something. Not sure what. Let's see if he can... We should have some missiles on Earth right now. So let's go to Earth and load ordnance from colony and make sure that works correctly. Completed orders. He's got 27% ammo. Okay, good. So he's got ammo, some of it. We're making those missiles right now. We're going to have to make the other larger missiles as well. Shipyards. Manage shipyards. So this big one needs to get retooled. We got the Guardian. We only need one of those to the Destroyer Leader. And we're going to need to set that activity. Retool. Almost done here. And I'm going to keep the Guardian out of the fleet because it doesn't necessarily need to go with the fleet. I'm pretty sure. I could be completely wrong. Could be completely wrong. So we are going to make one of these. Add task. 30 days. Oh, we researched some tech too. So let's keep going on missile and weapon tech here. Fusion boosted, fission, warhead strength, 5 missile size points. So that would be 5 damage per 1 warhead size. Let's see, ejection system, feed system, agility, missile launcher reload rate. Let's do that. Let's do missile launcher reload rate with all the labs we have available because that'll be good for the next set of... Oh, okay, it's building the destroyer. And this one's retooling. Good. I might build 2 of these. Oh, something else finished. I might build 2 of them just because I might, in case one dies. Like, what do I need? What can I really use right now? Construction. Oh, let's go to construction production and do... Is ordnance production in here? Or is that under missile... Ordnance production. All right, that'll make the missiles construct quicker. Construction of ordnance factories have been completed on Earth. So, yeah, now it's building how many? Like 250 per month or something like that. A lot better. It's building a lot more of them. Wealth is still high. Oh, we could just pop this right back open. Our stockpiles on Earth are pretty good of everything except neutronium. We're a little bit low on that. But what I'm hoping is that we can get into the Ross 154 system with our Battlefleet Alpha. And hopefully, ordnance production, good. Hopefully we'll be able to overwhelm whatever offensive action they have. I don't know. It might, maybe, maybe not. Got a lot of labs available right now. Research rate, mining production. Asteroid mining module. That'll actually be pretty useful, but we don't have anybody else for that specialized in that. Let's go back to missiles. And let's give somebody, yeah, the enhanced radiation warhead. Apparently you can make missiles into bombs by not giving them engines. Sword of Retribution class. Okay, so now we can go to our Black Fang shipyard, which has a capacity of 23,000 tons, and set it to build the Destroyer Leader Sword of Retribution. Now we should have 2 classes of ships being built. We do. Now this one's going to take a while. Our first destroyer is almost done. Oh, research completed into fuel production. Okay. So we're actually running through text pretty quick right now. So don't need that. Fuel consumption per engine hour would be nice. Jump drive efficiency, that'd be good. Let's do this. Let's give like 5 labs to him. And yeah, let's do a lot of engine stuff. Again, this stuff is going to be useful mostly in the future, but not too much right now. But that's okay. So we'll just give like 5 labs to each of these. That'll be good for commercial ships, actually. And now we're running out of that. So let's just go to sensors and fire control and beam control range. That's actually, the beam control range works for the close-in weapon systems. And we'll just let, oh, that enhanced radiation warhead finished. I should probably start queuing this stuff up so it doesn't bother me so often. Or electronic hardening. Wait, that'd be nice, actually. The fire control speed rating tracks how fast missiles are going and lets you, if you can't track a missile going 10,000 kilometers an hour, you can't shoot it. So that actually helps with that. Research completed, engine power modification. So that's actually going, that stuff's going real fast now. But this stuff is starting to ramp up pretty quickly. So we're getting rid of some of the easier tech that's been sitting on there for a while before anything else. Although we are almost out of time. It's been a little bit of pet-related interruption, but that's okay. Now we should have thousands and thousands of missiles. Will that actually say it anywhere on here? I don't think it's on here. Mining and maintenance, managed shipyard, ground units. Ground unit training, teams. I don't think it's on here anywhere. It's got to be under my military somewhere. So it's got to be on. It's got to be set on here somewhere. I don't know exactly where it is though. I wonder if 10,000 was a little overkill. I mean, well, we're not going to be redesigning those missiles too often. They're pretty basic. The only thing that I could redesign would give them maybe more speed, which would give them better chance to hit. But again, that's, I mean, they're already going like 12,000 kilometers an hour, I think it is. Thermal sensitivity. Let's get someone working on that one. Thermal sensors. Detect heat that'll allow us to detect the heat of an enemy ship. All right, so let's make sure that before we forget, let's have the Harbinger load ordnance. That should bring him up to full. Yep, 100% ammunition, 100% fuel. Again, I do not know why he ran out of fuel and ammunition. I'm assuming he was training or something like that. Maybe he was default set to go on a training mission. I don't know. Don't precisely know what happened there, but I manually refueled him and rearmed him, and he was fine. Yeah, we are flying. We got such good scientists. We are just flying through this tech. Let's see. Boop, boop. Create that. So you can make really small launchers, but the smaller the launcher, the higher the reload is on them. Research complete. And yeah, we're just flying through. How's our shipyards doing? So, boom, pop open this one. Oh, looks like one of our destroyers must have finished when I wasn't paying attention. So we wanted more of those. that was this one. And we are going to... new name? No name type specified for this class. Select name. Oh, you can just select it through here. Nope, that would be Earth again. So we'll just, for now, well, we'll rename it later, but for now we'll just call it the Inceptus 2. And when this and this one finish, we should have the basics of our battle fleet in order. That would be 2 destroyers, a destroyer escort, and a destroyer leader. And I think that's kind of what I need. I wonder what the radiation... I'm assuming that's good for killing people. I'm assuming. I don't know for sure, but that's kind of what I'm guessing you're going to do with that. Missile agility, that'll actually help out, so let's get that going. More agility per missile means you have to spend less space on it, which means you can make more powerful engines. And again, we finished our Sorium harvester, though. Construction and production. Asteroid mining module. We've been talking about wanting to do that for a while now. And we have one available lab. Let's just add that on there. We've been talking about wanting to get the asteroid mining module set up so we can make asteroid mining barges. And my destroyer is not like auto using all of its fuel. Maybe it was because we refit it. Maybe that would make sense, right? Maybe it was because it was a refit ship. That it did that. I'm assuming that was what happened. Maybe, possibly. Not positive, but I'm thinking. Kind of trying to. I mean, I know we're running along here. Well, we might be. I don't know. I had to cut a couple minutes out from a couple interruptions there, but so we're probably still running a little bit long. Ship construction, sort of retribution. So let's special orders, freighter. We're gonna go to this one, the Guardian. Did he get messed? All right. They both got added in over here. And we're going to bring these into a fleet. So now we have our destroyer leader, our destroyer, and the destroyer escort. And the destroyer was built without ammunition too. See, I thought when you clicked on... Well, I thought... Let's try that again. Preferred magazine. I thought that was telling me... I was telling it to, maybe I was messing, maybe I didn't do that right. I thought I was telling it to auto-load those on, like construct those missiles with the ship. Maybe they had to be pre-constructed and then it would auto-load them? I'm not precisely sure there. But we are just waiting on the construction of one more ship. So, and how far away is he? He's 71% done. So let's go to Earth real quick, go to our industry, and we're going to switch a bunch of this out. Missiles, we're going to start building these anti-ship missiles. Let's have it build like 1,000 of these and use 75%. And then we'll take this one and we'll switch this down to 25%, modify it, and that should take care of both of those. 1,000, 75%, did not do it. Oh, no, it's constructing. It's making about 24 missiles per month. Something along those lines. So take 2 months to build an entire loadout for one of my destroyers. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. And then we'll have a big stockpile of these missiles on Earth. We can tell them to load up. I can send the Guardian. And then once they're all set up and ready to go, what I'm going to do, and this is going to be happening next episode, is, and I don't know if this is going to work right, we're going to send the Guardian to jump point 1 here to Ross 154. We're going to jump Battle Fleet Alpha into the Ross 154 system, and we're going to see how they fare in combat against the Ross aliens. Okay, everybody. So if you have enjoyed this episode, just drop me a like. Leave me those comments right down below, and if you're interested in more Benjamin Magnus Plays Aurora 4X, just subscribe to this channel, and I will see you next time.